What's going on, people? Welcome to United View. I was going to say welcome to the full view, but it's like welcome to a third view. Welcome to a half view, innit? I don't know. They dropped like flies. DJ he had some, the family was round and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Jack had some other commitments. Cam's coaching. So it's the three amigos, man. It's the three amigos. Go. That's it. There's still a lot to talk about. There's still a lot to get into. KG came through bang on time as well. You know what I mean?
I was up late last night.
I saw that.
Late.
I saw that.
Yes.
I saw the tweet of I'm gonna go to bed now. It was like 7:05 this morning. I was like, that is KG. Well, I was like, KG, were you 21 all over again? So that's crazy.
Man.
It's at 7.
And I'm not 21 because I still had to take my daughter and my nephew swimming. So I don't know what I was.
Oh, you're gonna say some. That means you can't really be held responsible because you're in delirium. Like, you're not
being tired, but it's a Man United fan won last night, so we can.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
A Man United fan won last night. That's the way you can link into the show. But yeah,
100%. I like what you did there.
Tyson Fury.
Yeah, he did. He done his thing. He's done his thing. The Gypsy King is shining. We've got a lot to get into, man. In a 45-minute show, obviously, we know everyone's going to be wanting to watch the final, including us. So we're going to. Well, KG probably fall asleep by then. But yeah, we got a lot to get into, man. Bruno Fernandes, according to Fabrizio Romano. Manchester United are working on a new deal for Bruno Fernandes since the summer, which we did know. Yeah. It's wages and length of contract and stuff like that. But am I wrong in saying this is a formality? This is a formality. This is a player that obviously we have to keep. Obviously he needs improved terms. Obviously it's as you were, but with better terms.
That's him.
Anyone take it? Anyone?
Go on, KG. You can take it. KG's got the energy today.
I'm going to definitely take this one because I have to take this one because obviously I've been fearing Newcastle. I've been fearing what Newcastle are going to do and the players that they could sign in the future. You need to tie down everyone. Literally, like hammer down everything. If you got something, tie it down to the club for as long as possible. So a player like Bruno Fernandes, especially with Pogba's future being in doubt, I would tie down Bruno Fernandes. I think he's a big part of the future. He is the best player that's come. The best player that's come to this club in a very long time. This is a player that's walked into this club and he's not needed to acclimate. How many players have actually done that though? If we deep it, he's come to this team when we were piss poor. I'm talking Pereira settings and stuff. And he's changed the fortunes of this club. And he's a big reason why we're talking about it feeling different. It looks different. There's no Varane without Bruno Fernandes' arrival. There's no Ronaldo without Bruno Fernandes' arrival. This guy has literally changed everything in it. It kind of gives you hope because you say to yourself, you find another gem like that in world football, you're like, find a defensive midfielder option just like him, and it's game over. That's all it takes. But I'm really happy. I'm really happy about this deal. I think no one will be upset, no matter what he's paid. He's got to be paid similar to a Pogba because of what he delivers, what he brings. So yeah, I'm all for this deal. I can't wait for it to be signed.
What are you saying, Owen? Is it like just a complete easy formality for you in terms of just get it done, just get it over the line? That's fine.
I don't know if it's a formality because I don't think when it comes to Bruno Fernandes, it's particularly about money. Every time he does an interview, he always says trophies, always says success. And you get the impression, it's kind of the thing with Bruno as well. People forget, like, he's hardly old, but I think he's older than people think he is. I mean, what's he, 27? Yeah. 20, like, he's in his peak years at this point. And I think he realizes, look, if I sign a contract with Manchester United for the next 5 years, what does that get me to? That gets me to what, 32? I want to be winning trophies now because I don't want to be edging it another 5 years. And I think it's kind of a case of a bit like the Pogba situation. I wouldn't be surprised if he just goes, you know what, maybe I'll look at that at the end of the season because this season's so big for United in the sense that, like, everyone talks about Ollie being judged, but realistically, just where we are is going to be judged this year, because if it gets to the end of the season and there is a feeling that we might be miles off it already in terms of quality, in terms of how we're playing, our tactics, etc. But there is I could see him going, you know what, I'll wait till, I don't know, the end of the calendar year, or I'll wait till April and I'll see where we are in the league. I'll see where we end up when it comes to the Champions League and stuff like that. Because again, I don't think it's necessarily all about the money about him. Of course, contracts are contracts. It's football. It's a money game. But I think KG brings up a good point when he says about Solskjaer and him being arguably, Bruno, the best player we've brought in terms of someone that's had an effect that quickly.
The impact,
there's
an argument
to be made that would Solskjaer even be the manager right now if Bruno Fernandes, that deal hadn't happened? Because where were we going before Bruno Fernandes came in?
That's a big statement, Owen.
But it's true though. But what were we doing at that point?
It's a great question.
Yeah, it's a big question.
But we'll get into that. But I feel like our fortunes are going to change over the as the league starts up again. I just feel like it's prime for Ollie to do an Ollie.
Is this coming from your international break though? You know what I'm saying? You say you've been on a high doing the podcast yesterday. The boxing was
sleep deprivation. Sleep deprivation.
You said you're going to say nuts stuff. You're a bit delirious.
There's definitely sleep deprivation, but I saw like a little video of Rashford.
Oh, I knew he was going to say that.
I saw that. But it's one thing. It's one little flick. Did we even score from that attack?
KG, you're a sucker for the montages. You're a sucker.
I asked him if he was 21 all over again. Apparently he's 15. He's watching compilations on YouTube.
Wait. But you have to understand that he's a massive part of the way we play out from the back. Again, we don't know how to. You know what's been happening before is we've been trying to spray that ball. Varane passes to Maguire back to Varane. They kind of travel.
Very obvious. Very predictable.
Very obvious.
Yeah.
Again, Rashford is that maverick that's out on the left. That's just going to run with it. He'll run and carry it. And him and Luke Shaw, they link up with Bruno. It works, and just having that wing working fluidly and actually having another available option with probably Sancho out on the right-hand side, it makes us a different team to play against. I would say finally it will be our best side. So now Ollie has to kind of make it work. He has to figure out the conundrum. Will he figure out the conundrum? I don't know. I've got a good feeling. All I have is a good feeling. And Rashford is a problem. This is
a positive problem.
What's that?
A positive problem.
Rashford's one of our best players, I don't know if people understood this, but that's who's come back. Rashford has come back into our team. He's a game-changing player and he's available. Don't piss me off.
But Vice Brian says, guys, I swear to God, y'all my fave. Y'all properly respect everyone's opinion, and for real, it's not all talk. Big up yourself, man. That is exactly what we do. We do what it says on the tin, man. You got to respect everyone's opinion, take it all in, not act like you know everything, because we're all just fans. The truth is, none of us really know shit. We all chat crap.
Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone, Flex. Man,
I'm sorry. Nah, but I'm only joking. Nah, but it is true. I think that's very important to remember when, we do stuff like this. We are just fans. We don't profess to be anything else. We're just fans, just like you guys. So we could never do anything but take everyone's views and opinions on board. You know what I'm saying? For me, on the Bruno thing, I think you're both spot on in terms of I've had little things where it's I could play a bit more like this, or I want him to keep the ball a bit better. And I've always stuck by my statement of at the moment when he stops impacting games in goals and assists, he has a playing style that if he isn't contributing like that, it could be an issue. However, since he's come, that's never been an issue. It's just not. And the reason why it hasn't been an issue is because he's just that good. He's just that good at influencing games. I know some people, the way that he plays, would say, oh no, you need more of a team player in there who keeps the ball moving, and they compare him to De Bruyne, and I get that he might not be as silky on the ball. He does. But in terms of the overall impact of what he's having on the team, it is high. It is higher than the De Bruyne. But
he's better
on a technical level with the ball at his feet. He's not as good as De Bruyne. He can't travel with the ball like De Bruyne. But But
he's a different player. I think he's different.
He's different.
Better.
Exactly.
You look like, do you know what's
no?
crazy?
Because KG, you just know. Because KG, what you do is because listen. KG, listen. I'm not saying that I 100% disagree with you, but what I am saying is, if I was to come with that comment, I'm gonna kind of talk about it as the pros and cons of both the players. But you're a manager to say no, he's better. Don't care.
No, because they said before.
I don't think it's that easy.
They said wait until he hasn't been here long enough, and let's see if he carries on his goals and assists. That's what they said. That's all he's done. He's just in a team that doesn't win trophies. That's the only.
And since he's come, I've always said, since he's come to the league, he's had more impact on his team than Kevin De Bruyne.
And hasn't De Bruyne
the stats actually say that?
I was going to say he's far more consistent, fitness-wise. Yeah, absolutely.
De Bruyne's been injured, but he's riding on legacy, and he's in an amazing side. So they're gonna do their thing. And when you win trophies, naturally you're gonna be called like the better player. I think we've had this with when we used to laugh at Liverpool a lot, and we were winning. It was like, well, we can't talk about Gerrard. He didn't win anything. Do you know what I mean? But then you're still
but you can clearly say he's miles better than loads of men.
But I'm saying you can tell that Bruno, again, the numbers don't lie. No one is that consistent. No one has been that consistent.
No, he is that consistent.
And to not put him in there, to not let him be involved is a travesty. Even like right now, I can talk to rival fans. They got their fantasy league set up. Who's in the team immediately?
Because they know what he's going to do.
Why?
Yeah. And then you get the stat pad, and you get he only does this, he only does that. How about he only does his job? He only does his job.
Yeah.
We put him in
and the whole penalties thing.
Penalties.
He only takes penalties. But guess what? Okay, so you're not allowed to take penalties in football anymore. They don't count anymore. Until the day they don't count, they count. That's just
when Lampard used to be
smashing
them in and getting 20 goals a season every year. Lampard, you know what I mean? It was all right then. Like, look, Bruno. Like you said, what he's done for Man United is unreal, and he gives us a different dynamic. And you don't consistently have a say over the amount of games that he has a say over if you're not good. If you're not that good, it's as simple as that. You can actually move on. We don't even need to do the whole proving why Bruno's good. Bruno, Ali Khan says, Bruno has amazing output in an average system. In a different system under a world-class coach, his overall game will go up levels. That's an interesting point. And he's a great player in the bang average midfield, says Keith G. So, yeah, exactly. I just feel like the only thing missing, obviously, which isn't just down to the one player, obviously, he hasn't won anything at Man United, and he's the first person to keep talking about that. Moving on as well, though, there's talks of Harry Maguire getting a new deal, Luke Shaw next in line. Obviously, we know Pogba's there or thereabouts. There was a mixed reaction, Owen. I'll start with you with the Harry Maguire one. I saw people underneath the post of the kind of reported rumor or story, people saying, "Oh, United just handing out contracts like sweets and he's not this, he's not that." There was a lot of, you know what it's like.
Oprah, you get contracts. You get contracts.
It wasn't really met how the Bruno one was met. I'm not gonna lie. What's your thoughts on Harry Maguire getting lined up for a new deal?
I saw the same thing as you, and I saw the thing in the report that said that the people on the United board were really impressed and happy by his influence in the dressing room, and that he's had a really positive effect on the dressing room. And people were like, "Oh, it's a load of rubbish." No, he hasn't. Realistically, we don't know. We don't know the answer to that one. We don't know what influence he's had in the dressing room. For me, I think, like, would he be my first choice to be the captain? I think, in my opinion, the person that should be captain should have always been Bruno Fernandes. It was just a case of Maguire was there first. Ollie put the captaincy on, and then it was a case of, I can't take it off him. that's kind of the reason Harry Maguire is still the captain.
You have to ride out.
He's a good, he's a decent leader. He's an all right leader. I don't know. Harry Maguire just gets a very polarizing reaction, doesn't he? Whenever you mention him on social media when it comes to Man United. What I will say is, look, last year when he didn't play, towards the end of the season when he was injured, I remember when we played Liverpool, and I never realized how much we missed him until he wasn't playing.
I think I've got a different opinion on this. I don't know. KG, what are you saying?
I think he's grown into the position of captain. He's had a shaky start to the season, couple stupid mistakes. Again, he's building up a brand new relationship with Varane, but he's the captain. I feel like he's the captain. I actually feel like Maguire's the captain. He's more vocal now. When there's issues going on, I don't think before there was almost that he must have felt like a fraud. you know, like when Moyes turned up and he was like, "Yeah, we win things here." It's like, Moyes, you never won anything, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's hard for him to get involved in that. But I think he understands what it means. And again, in the air, very good from a defensive standpoint. If Harry Maguire can add goals, he'd be like what we're looking for.
Literally, and he's got it there, though. He's got it there. He should be scoring the goals with the positions he gets into and with what he gets his head onto as well. Like he just needs to, like you said, add more into there because
add more to his game. I'm what do you call it? I like Harry. I like Harry. He's won me over. Do you know what I mean? He's definitely won me over. Yes, he's slow, but there's this thing that he does that I think it works quite well. He obviously has been caught out a few times with Varane because they both like to step up. When the attacker's on the ball, he steps up to collect it. But what's been happening recently is he'll step in, but the attacker will get away. Usually you don't really get away, and then it's a counter-attack, and it's he can't chase. Do you know what I mean? And they both do it. Him and Varane have both been doing that. They kind of need to work out who's going to step up and who's going to sit back. Do you see what I'm saying? So I like, again, Harry Maguire as our captain. I'm not really like in a space where I'm like, oh, it should be Bruno. I kind of like the centre-back to be the captain because you can make that.
You can see everything as well. That's like,
that should stay the same. When you got the midfielders the captain, I think it does become difficult because you do need to sub players out at times. And I know Bruno shouldn't be subbed that much, but at least there's flexibility with a centre back. You stay the same.
My thing on Maguire is very similar to what you said. I do think it's very important to look at where he was when he first come in and how much he's grown into a role. Is he the perfect, most polished centre-back in the world? Obviously not. Does he have flaws? Yes, every centre-back's got flaws. Yeah. But he's got flaws that needed masking. And I feel like the more it progresses with Varane, that we can mask his flaws and kind of accentuate his positive attributes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What he does do is, like you said, because he knows, look, if Harry Maguire gets caught in a one-on-one position running back towards his own goal, he's in huge trouble. He's in huge trouble. He's slow. That turn of pace, he doesn't have it. But I think he knows that. So what he does try to do is, you know, if you lack pace, you have to be up a striker's arse, as they say. He tries to nick in and stop them turning, stop them bouncing it off, and then being able to spin off round him and getting him in a one-on-one position. He might say to Luke Shaw, "Oi, get in here now." You might know Varane's there now. Do you know what I mean? So, or go try win it in the air straight away so that there's no counter attack, which is his job. So I think he's definitely done that, and I have to hold my hands up because I was like what Owen was saying. What Owen says, kind of, it should be Bruno. If it was Bruno, I wouldn't complain. But I am in the camp of like, you know what, Maguire's the captain. It's cool. I think when he wasn't playing, that there when Owen touched on it there about back end of last season, that was when it was like, oh, got Lindelof.
He missed him.
Got Lindelof and Bayer. This ain't really. This is a bit peak having these two. Like he actually gives a real calming influence, and like he is good on the ball, and his distribution is good. Like I said, is he top elite level, flawless? No, he's not. But I believe he doesn't get bullied. He holds his own. And I think he's understood that actually he's growing in stature and his level of performances have kind of got more and more consistent. I know I had a bit of an up and down start to this season.
Greece messed him up. Let's be honest.
And then he had that situation
was crazy.
And then he settled down after that. He settled down, and then actually had a good season in the end, in my opinion. So, but back to him getting a new deal, though. Like we've spoken about, you know, how he is as a player, and him getting a new bumper deal now is what my question is. Like, how are you feeling about that, KG? And I'll come to you and say, Owen, like, how is that? Are you just like, yeah, it is what it is, or like, oh, I don't really know.
Well, you don't want. We always used to manage the club. I'm hoping that this is the way forward, because we never used to let players really run down their deals. Like, it's surprising Lingard ran down his deal. Herrera, that's a shame how we let him leave. Then you got Pogba, literally he's run down the clock. Usually we start renegotiating as soon as you're into year 2. But all of a sudden we just put ourselves into danger. Yes, I'm not thinking that there's anyone in world football that is really gonna say, I need Maguire right now. But just if you could put them guys down to long-term deals, do it. Again, he's your captain. It makes sense. Now, the ones like the Bailly new deal for me didn't really make sense. But maybe you just want to get
Well, we said that at the time. Like, what assurances has he got for playing? Because Eric Bailly wasn't even starting before. He signed a long-term deal then. Nothing. Was there more lies? Well, I remember the show we did. We were like, wow, what does that conversation look like?
There's nothing Oli can't do when it comes to assuring a player. I'm telling you, as Facundo Palestri said that he's here knocking on the door, fam. He knocked on the door at another club, bro. I don't even know how's that kid doing.
Yeah, he's at Alaves.
There's rumors he was going to come back. There was rumors he was going to come back.
Yeah,
he said these are all first teamers, bro. I ain't seen them guys. I saw Ahmad score a backwards header like Chicharito, fam, and never saw him again.
WJ Barrett says Maguire contract deserved. He's never injured. He's very reliable. He's very, very reliable. Abdul Ali says KG Flex never thought a show like this would get me through depression, but been watching you guys since the United stand. Thanks for getting me through. Wow, Abdul, that's sick, man. Big up, Abdul. There you go, man. It just shows you, like, shows like this can bring people through, man. Love the energy, love the vibes. You're always going to get that with us. And big up for even following us from United Stand days, man. So yeah, big up to you, Abdul. Big up on your journey as well. Well done, man. Big up you. Owen, yeah, what's your thoughts on like the new, like getting the new deal now?
I think it's kind of different with the captain as well, because it's difficult. Like, say at the moment, we've got quite a few people that are on, they're coming towards the end of their deals. It's very difficult for a captain to go up to them and be like, mate, you should probably stay at the club, when they go, when's your deal expire? And he goes, 18 months. You're going to sign a new one? Well, we're thinking about it. We're talking about it. That's difficult. And I think, if you're going to be the leader, you do have to lead by example. I mean, I'm kind of with you as well. Like I say that, in my opinion, Bruno should be the captain. I don't think it's as big a conversation as it was 18 months ago. I agree with what you guys are saying, that he's grown into it massively. Like, I think at the time when he got the captaincy, it was like, is he the right guy for that? Like, he was very new at the club as well. But now it doesn't feel much of a conversation, does it? I mean, I think it was something saying even in the, he went to go watch, was it like the United under-18s the other day? Like, that's something our captain does.
Yeah, he takes it on.
I think when it comes to giving him a new deal, again, it's leading by example, I suppose. So, again, we've got a lot of people at the moment that are coming towards the end of their deals. And I don't want to be one of those people that's always like, oh, Newcastle now. But that has to be a consideration, because for a fact that agents and players are looking at it going, well, I've got 12 months left.
100%.
Give them a call.
100%.
Give them a call. See how much.
I think
how much money they really have.
That. Exactly. Let me get your super chats out before we carry on, boys. Belly Visual says, KG mentioned me the other day when talking Rashford contract. Maguire's garbage. Stop making excuses for him. Laugh my ass off. He's getting a new contract. So
someone said as well, I saw in a free seat, someone said it's English bias and that Lindelof is clear of Maguire. What do you not believe that?
I don't believe that.
I think that Lindelof, if Lindelof was just stronger, that's his biggest issue. He's weak. Like, when they target him, oh man, it's sad. That's his biggest, because he can, on the ground with the ball, both as good as each other, I would say. Lindelof is quicker. Is he really? Yeah, he is quicker. But then it's just
Lindelof is a steady defender. Lindelof is a steady defender, but against a certain type of striker, it doesn't work for him. But also in the partnership with Harry Maguire, their skill set just does not complement each other. Do you know what I mean?
Like Lindelof could play. He reminds me of Blind. Remember when we had Blind playing centre back?
Yeah.
So it was a quality centre back, very cultured, but then it's like
fantastic on the ball.
Blind, exactly. Lindelof is good on the ball, just as good. Just as good, but then you just worry that, are you going to get bullied? Like, the day Lukaku shows up, what's that going to look like for Lindelof?
Exactly. Bryce Byron says, if you were director of football, what conversation are you having with Oli now? Hold that thought, guys. And Blue Abadai says, what do you mean he doesn't get bullied? Players when he get bullied by players, he gets skinned by players running at him, and he can't pass when he's under pressure. Harsh criticism there from
no, not saying he can't pass under pressure. I don't think he can pass under pressure. I think getting skinned though is just what pace in the game, in it. Like, tell me a player that doesn't.
It happens, especially
and you have to be smarter. If you're a top elite centre back, like John Terry's a great example. He lost a yard of pace.
Exactly.
He got skinned for like half a season, then he adjusted. He extended his career by like 5 years. Because like you said, Flex, either you get right up their ass, or you go, look, I know that if they spin me, I'm gone. So I'm dropping off 5 yards, 10 yards immediately. I'm not even giving them a chance. I'm not even trying to play, pushing up and stuff like that. But that comes down to coaches as well. If you're asking your centre back to do something they're not physically capable of, then that comes back to it as well. So it's not just the player, it's the coaching as well.
100%. You got to adapt. Expressions, thanks for the or expression, not expressions. That's not X. Big up expression for the super chat. Yeah, big up for that. And there was another super chat here I needed to get read out as well from Gabriel Noel says, if Lindelof, he always gets that nickname. Don't really like that. If Lindelof goes on loan to Bayern and comes back, he'd be able to bench press Lukaku. That's what he needs. Wow, I think he's going to go and do that real gym sort of thing. Okay, cool. I hear that. And there was another one here as well. No, I've read that one as well. Where are we at? Yeah, we've got that. Cool, we're up to date. I just feel like I think Lindelof, like I said, to finish off on that, I feel Lindelof is steady, but he just doesn't complement Maguire very well, and Maguire doesn't complement him very well. Lastly, on the kind of new contract situation, Luke Shaw is the next one as well. I feel like that, it's another thing. Well, do we want Luke Shaw out to get a new left back? No. So, you got to sign him. And I do think not just the Newcastle thing, like what Owen was saying, but we don't want to be in a position where, our best players or our top players or our most consistent players are in positions of, I might run this down, or you haven't really put the deal down early doors to show me that you're serious. And, we don't want another Pogba situation. You don't want players like Bruno and Maguire. I know people might say, yeah, fine, let Maguire leave, we're going to get someone else. But you don't want players like that getting to that point. Do you know what I'm saying? So we have to see. We have to see about that. But Luke Shaw, definitely, what we're saying, that's just a formality.
Yeah.
Katie's not even listening. He seems like...
Katie's giggling. I'm trying to figure out what he's laughing at.
He goes, Flex turned the slow-mo on head boy settings.
Well, if you lot want to see people like these idiots... if you don't want to see people like that,
it just made me laugh. I love when that someone's. I love the ones when some people just really mess with the content heavy, because that lets me know that you've been on the real journey.
You've been watching.
So I enjoy stuff like that.
Headboy power settings. You know what I'm saying? I've got the power at my fingertips. I'm going to use it.
Luke Shaw, though, is anyone? I really hope that. I feel like Mourinho is busy at the moment, which is annoying, because when Mourinho was saying stuff to Luke Shaw, it just galvanizes him. He's better.
But he's past that now. That's
no, because I don't know if Luke Shaw needs somebody just on him. I don't know if he needs, because obviously it was working with Oli and Mourinho in tandem. So Mourinho was just sending for him whenever he woke up. He'd be like, Shaw's not good. Do you know what I mean? Like, he just wake up and just say something. And then after you got Oli that probably just says he's the best player in the world. Do you know what I mean? Which he's always on that. Yeah. Now, I haven't been excited with some of Shaw's performances. I have to say it. I would say at the moment.
You think he's come down a little level? Well, he was good during the Euros as well.
It's not looking Roberto Carlos-y. It's just looking Shaw. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Just kind of Shaw. Just Luke Shaw. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, no, we need you, like, really, like, I don't know if you've reached the pinnacle. Obviously, you took out Ben Chilwell. You became the leading left back for England. And I don't know if the hunger is there, to actually say, what, every single time I'm this guy.
Or is he just flat, like instead of saying, like, his hunger's not there, is it a case then maybe, Owen, of like him plateauing then? Like KG said, he's built up that upwards curve, that positive correlation on the graph to say, yo, like, Jose's on me. I've got it all to prove. And now he's achieved that, and he's got the shoe in at left back at Man United, obviously starter, obviously in England starter. He might just be plateauing and maybe reach that peak, and then he'll just kind of stay on that steady line, which is still good enough. Or do you think we agree with what KG's saying? That
I don't know. I don't know. I think maybe expectations are a bit higher now because everyone is calling him like the best left back in the world. I think it's not just like KG was saying the Mourinho thing as well. You have to remember, like, Alex Telles came to Man United last season. He came to compete with Luke Shaw. So he saw the competition there and thought, right, I'm going to up my game. He upped his game. Everyone now universally will say that Luke Shaw is a starting left back at Manchester United. Maybe it is a degree of him going, look, I'm uncomfortable now. Like I've got competition, but we know who's 1 and 2 here. I'm number 1. So I think that plays into it as well. I think also, let's face it, everyone pretty much in that England squad from the Euros and that England team hasn't really been the same since the Premier League's restarted. I mean,
Yes,
can we
you're
name
right.
someone? Can we name anyone that's been like, oh, this season they've started bang right on it from the England side?
I think that's
I don't think of anyone, to be honest.
really good point. Yeah, I think that's
Shaw
a really
scored in
good
the
point.
final. Shaw scored in the final. I mean, it doesn't get much higher than that, apart from winning it. So I think is that. I mean, he's been injured as well. Andy was ill. That's why I was surprised he started last weekend.
Keegan Lazen says Shaw thrives on good partnerships like Rashi. You know, we have to take into consideration that Luke Shaw spent quite a few games with Sancho, just trying to. We've not seen Sancho kind of being able to link up in that threesome when kind of Bruno gets involved in that triangle with Shaw and Sancho, and maybe that little bit of inconsistency. Has that affected the fluency or the fluidity down that left-hand side, maybe where we used to seeing Luke Shaw bounce it off Rashford, go back, get it? Maybe it's a little bit more cohesive then.
He's played with a few people, hasn't he, this year? He's played with Martial, hasn't played with Rashford, been playing with Pogba. Then it's like maybe Lingard,
Sancho.
And then, you know.
Well, maybe that's the thing. Lingard, a couple of games.
And then that's what I'm saying. So the same way, though, we didn't really give Aaron Wan-Bissaka that same level of, you know, him not really forming relationships with people. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is still looking for a brethren, fam. Like, on the right-hand side.
Well, it's Mason Greenwood now, though. It's been Mason Greenwood for a hot minute.
No one else is playing on the right. Who else is playing on the right? It feels like it is, but not. It feels like it's Mason, but in terms of support, no, I'm talking about the support that Mason really offers, helping him when we go back. Yes, in attack, there's some support there, but I don't feel like it's a fluid relationship, and I don't feel like it's one that is there for a long time. Again, the weekend's going to be very telling. We'll have a full fit team, and it's like, who plays on the right now? That's going to be the greatest. I can't wait to see what.
Well, Rashford's not going to start, so I don't think there'll be a big change to the.
Are you sure?
Because I was saying,
I wouldn't be surprised if he did. To be honest with you,
what you think Rashford's going to start?
Of course he'll start him.
He's not starting. Rashford's not starting against Leicester.
If you don't think them 2 goals versus Blackburn wouldn't have given Ollie some confidence with a 4 weeks of training. And
like 10 days worth of training. Other players can be coming back, so he'd have been arguably training more than other people have, even though they've played.
And Rashford becoming a doctor at the same time.
Exactly, he's educational.
About that. I'm telling you, 10 weeks of
training. He's going to show up with his gown and his hat.
I'm telling you, he's playing. Ollie played.
They put the shirts in the museum already.
That's it. Ollie played McTominay right off the surgery table. We've never seen so.
Pre and post. He played him when he needed surgery. He brought him on. He came on in crutches, basically.
I have to accept what you lot are putting down on the table as to reasons why he could start. I hear that. I'm not that naive. 100. I just don't think he will, though. I don't think he will because then against Leicester, he's gonna have to put well, unless he benches him. But if Paul Pogba wins this final today, in a short while, in 10 minutes, Paul Pogba arrives back in a great mood, buzzing, ready to go again. Is he going to risk maybe putting him on the bench and then because I don't think he doesn't play McTominay and Fred against Leicester.
Yeah,
away, no chance. I don't think Pogba starts in midfield personally. So and that means Pogba got to start on the left. Oh, sorry, Fred's not playing. Actually, Fred's not playing.
He's playing. So Pogba will play. And remember,
Pogba and McTominay.
Oh man, we need to talk. There's 2 things that we need to talk about. I know we.
Right, go because we got 10 minutes. Yeah, go for it.
So quickly, what do you call it? Danny Blind came out with some comments.
Yeah, he was rinsing Ollie. Belly Visual says. Sorry, just quickly. Belly Visual says. Shaw had a 1-hit season. And Keegan says Shaw thrives on good part. Oh, we've read that one already. Yeah, carry on, KG.
Yeah, so there's 2 things actually. So Danny Blind's comments. And then Pogba, we praised him. I even messaged Owen, and I messaged the group and said, guys, how nice is it that Pogba's on international break and he hasn't said anything stupid? Oh, wait.
What, was that stupid or was that just normal though?
No, but like a typical international break comment from Pogba. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like that one was compared to what we've had, I think that one's like, yeah.
Well, I saw people defending him, saying like he was asked a question, but they were like, "Wow, he was asked a question. What's he supposed to say?"
No, that was a one bum cheek. That was a one bum cheek twerk, fam. So he wasn't a full committed twerk, but he was twerking with Juventus, innit? Juventus.
Yeah, but he's always done. Yeah, you always say Juventus. I don't know why you say that.
It's not even trying to take the piss. I literally always said it like that until people start laughing at me.
Yeah. I feel like he's always that, but we know that with the. It's there, isn't it? Like Rayola's that's what that is. That's what that is. What do we expect him to say? Like,
but then I was so hopeful. I was like, I'm so proud of Pogba. Gone on international break, hasn't done any, he didn't need to say that. Yeah, I check on them all the time. I got bare friends, bro.
Yeah, but he sets on bare people. He say, I always talk to Griezmann. I always talk to Mbappe. Do you know what I mean? I do.
He was like, I like it in Italy. It's nice here. All right.
Yeah, it's like Bryce Byron says quickly, don't forget the director of football question, which was a super chat from Bryce earlier. He's basically saying, if you guys was director of football, what conversation would you be having with Ollie? Owen, you're director of football, really quickly. What kind of things would you be saying to Ollie right now?
I don't even think what about like the future or anything like that. I don't
just
think they're talking about that.
What conversation would you have? What would you have?
They're probably talking about signing Erling Haaland. I saw that earlier. Did you see that? It was the most one of the most like clickbait headlines, people from the Mirror or whatever, and they went, Manchester United reach agreement to sign Erling Haaland next season, and it was in quotations. Everyone went, whoa, what? And the agreement reached was between Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and John Murtough that they wanted to sign Erling Haaland next season.
Rubbish. I mean, what was even that?
I can't believe that. It's ridiculous.
That's so.
But it'll be that's what they'll be talking about right now. They'll just put on transfer stuff, I think.
KG, what would you be saying?
I talked to him about like finding his best 11. I talked to him about what is the perfect midfield for you to be like successful with this side.
You're asking him, or would you be telling him what it was?
No, because I think I'd have to speak to him, but let him kind of, when you know the answer, but you have to let them get there themselves. To be like, so let's look at things.
Passion and desire. You'll go, no,
let's look at things. I like passion and desire. I like it. Again, Wilder had a lot of passion and desire, still got knocked out. Do you know what I mean? It happens, had to get the boxing reference in there. Passion and desire does not get you over the line. Do you know what I mean? We're talking about skill
and desire. It's something that.
There you go. And it's like, you want to see, and this is the thing, if you know that it's not going to work with anyone that we have now, it's not going to work with Adoni, it's not going to work with Fred and McTominay. What about Ghana? Ghana? He's in the team. What we got in the youth? Because
he's on loan, yeah.
I'm just saying that young players, I'm talking about young players being able to play. What have you got in the youth that's ready? The same way, again, we just found the Rashford. He was there. Do you know what I mean? So promote, because I'm telling you that you don't have to wait. Again, if what's his name was at our club, Bellingham was at our club, he wouldn't play. That's a fact. He wouldn't play in the midfield. Bellingham's at our club, he won't play. And I believe that we must have
crazy.
We must have something like that. If you're looking for someone to play, we'll look at Tuchemani and all these other players, but it's like we have young players that there's a hole in our team. You've tried it with so many different players, then try another one. That's what I try and tell Ollie. Be a bit more brave. Yeah.
I hear you. I would be just, big man. Just give us this playing style. You got to fix it. I'll be saying that. I'll be saying, and I'll be saying, if it gets to the end of the season, mate, and we ain't made the progress, we have to have that chat. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'll be saying. I'll be like, if we haven't shown any progress or we haven't won anything, challenged, done anything that resembles real positive trajectory that is undeniable, not scraping second, 9 points off, but no trophy. But it's, we've still finished second, and it's been a hard league. Liverpool are good and Chelsea are good, and we still managed to get second, so that's really good. No, I'm not on that. I'm really ruthless in terms of that. So mine would be, I agree with that. Who's your best team? What's going on in the midfield? What are you doing? Style of play, and reiterating that the ceiling is up, is high. The bar is high. The high jump thing. You've got to surpass certain things.
But what do you think they're actually saying? What do you think the real conversation is there?
Oh, well, we know what the real conversations are, because we've seen the contract renewals. We've seen McPhelan get his new deal. Carrick and McKenna are going to be next. Ollie's got. We know what the real things are.
You're doing great.
You're doing great. Just keep going.
And
what they said is that they understand what was coming out from the kind of domestic journalists, who were close to the club, probably getting the information, is that Man United understand that, you know, new relationships need to be formed with this new batch of players. You know, you got Sancho, it's going to take up time. You got Varane and Maguire trying to do their thing. That's going to take time. You've got Ronaldo, even though it's Ronaldo, still going to take time.
Find a way to fit
Ollie
him
needs,
in.
Ollie needs time to knit this new look team together. So that's their thing, which is almost saying, we'll give you this year just to knit these guys in. Then we go next year. That's when we'll judge. It felt like that to me. That's what it feels like to me.
It's not going to happen though. He'll never get that. I heard that since Ronaldo's always won a trophy for the last 10 years or something stupid.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah. Crazy.
So again, he has to win another one, isn't it? He's not here for play. Just what I'm saying, like we have to be successful. We have to again, and I just want Ollie to win something so we can reset the clock. Do you know what I mean? And it might bring the confidence, but we're getting towards, how long has it been since the Premier League?
8 years.
What? Oh, 2013. Yeah.
How mad is this that Leicester in the last 3-4 years have been a more successful club than us? Was it in the last 4 or 5 years?
They won an FA Cup. They won the league. Yeah. There you go. That's it. We've got to fix up. Arsenal have won more stuff than us more recently.
By their shit.
You can laugh, but it's the truth, though. I'm saying they ain't won anything. You know what I mean, since the Europa League. And the EFL Cup. Bryce Byron says, well, I will be sacking him. No questions asked. So that's what Bryce is on. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching the show. It's Pogba watch, it's Varane watch. It's Chouamini watch as well, actually. It's nice to see him. He's starting alongside Paul Pogba.
KG go to sleep watch.
It's KG go to sleep watch. KG is not watching that game. He is going to be snoring his head off as soon as this stream is finished. He is so tired. Oh, wow. You're not playing it now, though. You're going to sleep. You're not.
I'm going to try.
Tired. Your eyes are so puffy.
I'm tired, yeah, but I got moved to by someone the other day. I was so frustrated. Bro, you know them annoying players?
Yeah, they do the tricks. They keep the ball. You can't get near them.
And they can do stuff like jinxing about, quickly turn and score.
Can't tackle. Yeah, it's mad.
Can't take it. That's me.
It's very mad. There you go. But guys, we'll be back tomorrow. Premier League preview show I'll be doing with another special guest tomorrow. And then Flex and KG show live to you guys on Tuesday, and then all the build up from Wednesday onwards with the Leicester game. I'm sure we'll be covering the press conferences as well and doing all that good stuff as well. So we'll see you guys very, very soon. Let's see who's your money on, Owen? France, Spain?
I'm going to say Spain.
You're going Spain? Okay, yeah. KG?
Don't turn your nose up at me, KG. Did you see that? Could you believe it?
Yeah, that was awful.
I'm sorry, it's the Man United fan in me that just comes out and says, back your players. I'm going with France, obviously.
Okay. All right, cool. I'm going France as well. But I do accept Owen's, proposal of Spain. It's fine.
Because if they're deciding the match, one of them's got one.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, guys, smash a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. We are out of here. Peace.